Why is Hanukkah 8 days?
We all know that the holiday of Hanukkah lasts for 8 days, and if you know anything about the story, you'll know why. After the Seleucid Greeks were defeated by the Maccabean army, the Maccabees entered the temple and found the place had been ransacked. Every last jug of oil specially dedicated for use in the menorah had been smashed, and not a single one was left with the special seal of the high priest. After searching, the Maccabees found one single jug of oil, with just enough oil for a single day. However, that oil lasted for 8 days, and to celebrate the miracle, we celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah. Seems simple enough. But a 16th century scholar by the name of Rav Yosef Karo asks a very simple question. If there was enough oil to last for 1 day, then really only 7 days were miraculous. The first day was no miracle, they had the oil. So why do we celebrate 8 days? Over the years, there have been more than 100 attempts to answer this question. Here are a few of my favorites. Number 1. Conservation. When they were getting ready to light the menorah, they knew that it would take 8 days to get more oil. So, they split the 1 day worth of oil that they had into 8 parts, knowing that it wouldn't last a full day. However, that first day, the little bit of oil that they lit lasted all day long. And it did so again each day for the next 7 days. So each of the 8 days was a miracle, including the first one. Number 2. The magic flask. After the Maccabees poured their precious jug of oil into the menorah on that first day, they found that the flask was still full, and it stayed full for the whole 8 days it took to get more oil. So even the first day was a miracle. Number 3. The never-ending oil. When the Maccabees lit the menorah on that first day, they poured all of their oil into it, thinking that it would last for only 1 day. But when they came back the next morning, a miracle had occurred. The lamps were still lit, but none of the oil had been consumed. The miracle continued for 8 days. Number 4. It's not about the menorah. The Pri Chodesh accepts the question and acknowledges that the first day that the menorah was lit was not miraculous. However, he says that we celebrate the first day of Hanukkah to commemorate the victory of the Maccabees over the much larger Greek army, which was in itself miraculous. Number 5. It's about the numbers. The main reason for the Maccabean revolt was that Antiochus and his wicked government had outlawed many aspects of Jewish practice, among them circumcision. When the Maccabees successfully defeated the Greeks, they were once again allowed to openly perform this mitzvah. And so we celebrate for 8 days to commemorate the 8 days before a circumcision. Number 6. It's about the date. When the Jewish people were traveling through the desert, they completed the construction of the Mishkan, their traveling temple, on the 25th day of the month of Kislev. However, it would not be erected and dedicated until many months later on the first day of the month of Nisan. In order to pay back that date, the 25th of Kislev, God arranged it that the Maccabees would end up rededicating the temple in Jerusalem on the 25th of Kislev. Because the original dedication of the Mishkan lasted for 8 days, we celebrate the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem for 8 days. There are many more reasons offered as to why we celebrate for 8 days, but the main thing is to light a candle, push away some darkness, and commemorate the miracle that God performed in those days at this time. Happy Hanukkah, everyone!